In this video, I've traveled all the way to the city of Dubai to try one of the most unique camel dishes in the world. Oh, a whole roasted camel that costs over $1,000. This thing is massive, making it one of the most expensive camel experiences you will find anywhere. But today we're also trying one of the cheapest camel dishes in Dubai that costs just a few dollars. Usually we start cheap and work our way up, but here's the thing. That baby camel is gonna take time to cook, especially because it weighs over 120 pounds. First, let's get the recipe started, and once it's in the oven, we'll head to our cheap location. I can see the opening to the kitchen here. Hello, gentlemen. How you doing? I spotted the camel out of the corner of my eye. You can kind of see it from here. It's that. But we're gonna need a little bit closer look than that, so we're gonna have to find a different door to get into this kitchen. Let's go. Oh, take a look at this. Right here, you can see everything all laid out. It's wild to see this.
Right before your eyes is over 120 pounds of raw camel meat, enough to feed a small village or one of this guy. What's more amazing is that soon we'll discover exactly how they cook this camel whole in one giant solid piece. But first, a quick tour of the camel.
We've got a heart, we've got liver, maybe spleen. As we move forward, you can see all the musculature of its back legs moving into this giant chest. But obviously, the most notable part of the camel right here, a baby hump coming off its back like the hunchback of Notre Dame. That is gonna be a prized part of the camel right here. That is the long camel neck. And finally, in front, the camel head.
Cooking an entire camel isn't exactly an everyday activity here in Dubai. It's usually reserved for grand gatherings or special occasions. So even for folks here, this is out of the ordinary. That's why I brought my local trusted friend, Kiani.
Kiani, my guy, thank you.
So, one more time.
No, yeah, dude, that sucked.
To give me insight into the process of cooking a massive $1,000 camel.
Let's talk about why a baby camel.
Baby camel has more protein and less cholesterol and a healthier for body. And the meat is more tender than big camel.
So it's a veal of the Middle East. This makes sense. Here's why. Because as adults, we build bad habits over time, and it leads to high cholesterol, high blood pressure. This camel had almost no time to develop any habits at all. It might be a suckling camel. Wait, in Asia, they have something that they love. It's called suckling pig. But it's a pig that's just only been nursing from its mother. It's never eaten solid food. Do you think this camel was drinking milk or was it eating solid food?
It's solid food, normal, just grass.
It's grass-fed. That's still something very unique. So we're gonna cook the entire camel, but the head and the neck will be discarded. Why are you not eating the head and the neck of the camel?
Back then, when they bring whole camel, they just serve for the higher level of people. And the leg and the head and the neck goes for the lower people.
So from here, I'm gonna show you where we're actually gonna be cooking the camel today. Right here, we have our giant oven. Let's take a look inside, because this is gonna have to fit the entire camel. Here we go. Wow, I think I could curl up in there in the fetal position and fit inside the oven myself. This is a giant convection oven. Somehow, all of that is gonna fit into here. So that's where it's gonna cook. But what about the time? Now, I've cooked other animals whole before, especially pigs. It takes time. This thing is 121 pounds. It's like me when I was 9. It's gonna take some time.
First, the camel's legs are chopped off. Because traditionally oh wait, no, actually it's just so that it'll fit in the oven.
Now the camel is about that wide. Yeah, it's gonna be perfect.
Next, a secret blend of dry spices is generously rubbed all over its body.
Arabian nights.
Followed by a marinade made from saffron, salt, turmeric, and water, giving the camel a beautifully vibrant orange hue.
We need to put this to a spa. We need to massage this camel to make it ready. This is not Thai massage. This is a Marathi massage.
Yeah, I feel like it's probably a bit tense in the shoulder still. The chef taking the liquid and putting it inside the camel's cavity. Oh, now he's brought out a knife. Oh, dude. My guy. Hey, it's already dead.
Yes.
As it turns out, the stabbing isn't just for dramatic effect. It helps the marinade soak deep into the meat and ensures the camel cooks through evenly.
He stabs the camel hump too. I don't know if you can see from here, but inside the hump, it is just pure fat inside.
The process is repeated on the other side. And just like that, our camel is ready to roast.
So now that the camel is marinated, we need to get it onto a giant camel tray. Let's see how that works. My guy here has the tray. He slides it under. That is very clever. They put the camel down. They cover the camel with parchment paper. Next up, they prepare aluminum foil to tie it all down. In the end, it looks like one giant camel-shaped titanium ball, ready to face some serious heat. I hope it fits. They open the door all the way, making sure it can fit as much as possible. Over here, the camel, 2 men gripping it and ripping it. Here we go, the big moment. They slide it in. Oh, like butter. Big thumbs up over here. My gosh, look at that thing. Perfectly suited to the oven. I think I figured out another reason they're eating baby camel and not adult camels. It's a perfect fit. From here, he has a water hose. He's adding water to the bottom. If you could see, the water below the camel is also seasoned and spiced, giving the camel even more flavors. Finally, it is time to close the oven door. Very slowly and dramatically.
Our camel will be slow roasting in the oven for about 4 hours. That means low and slow, Dubai style. So now that cooking is underway for our expensive camel, it's time to reveal today's cheap camel option. You'll find it here, across town in a Pakistani restaurant, where they're serving a unique camel kebab.
For me, when I think kebab, I think meat on a skewer, like a sheep kebab. Here, what they're preparing, it is meat, it is camel, but it doesn't look like any kebab I've ever seen before. Let's go inside and I'll show you. All right, folks, we have come inside of the kitchen. I've got Ishfan behind me, and he is the kebab king. Behind him, we've got the meat. So that is the camel meat. This is a minced meat, and it is full of spices too. Now here's the fun part. He's gonna put that meat in that cauldron. I mean, this is like a giant
Oil bath. We're gonna take shower over here.
All right, take it away. He starts by grabbing a ball of camel meat. Inside the meat, he's putting some beef marrow. That looks like a spiky kebab. From here, he slaps it onto the steel. He flattens it out like a pancake. Oh, and slowly it descends into that pool of oil. Oh my God. Now it is completely submerged, and he is making a second one. I've never seen anything like this before. I have to ask Kiani, what kind of kebab is this?
This is actually Peshawari kebab, very famous in Peshawar. Now they're doing here in Dubai. So yeah, this is very special actually.
Meanwhile, we have some healthy vegetables here. Oh, look at that color. Nice brown and toasty. Oh, is he making a third one? Even more bone marrow, and he sends it off with the others. Wow, take a look at the final product. That looks wild. Super crispy camel meat. We've got those chunks of bone marrow here. He throws it onto a plate. He gives me a little slice of egg. He hits the plate with a couple of tomatoes and then some hot green chilies too. And that is how you make a Pakistani camel kebab.
But first, our Pakistani meat will require some Afghan bread.
All right, folks, the perfect thing to pair with a Pakistani kebab is an Afghani bread. Let's go inside and see how they make it. Hello. Right here, we can see there's a huge pallet of dough. He removes one dough piece. He throws some flour down on the table, and then he gets to rolling. That's it, a couple of rolls. He hands it over to this guy, and this guy tosses it onto a rack and throws it into the oven, turning it onto high heat. Right there, you can see our bread baking perfectly under that gassy fire. And just like that, in no time, he removes the bread and brings it right here. So this is an exotic Afghani bread known as roti. So we've got our bread. Let's head on over to the restaurant and try that kebab. All right, folks, we are finally eating today, and I am famished. It is noon, and I've got my lunch right here. Our cheap camel experience today is coming in at $6.81. I think that's a tremendous value because this is a lot of meat. Right here, the camel is looking extra crispy. Let's give it a shot. That's very nice. It's such a heavy meat. But the spices somehow make it feel a little bit more light. It's very fresh. There's other herbs inside. Next, we gotta get into that bone marrow. Right here, I have that bread we saw being made earlier. Let's tear off a piece. Like a paleontologist, let me carve this out to show you. Mommy, jeez. That's just pure fat right there. Unlike my midsection. I also want to hit it with a little bit of tomato. Do I? And then I change my mind. Let's fold it up, grip it, and rip it. Oh my Lord, that beef is absolutely buttery. It's very heavy. It's like eating butter and bread. Right here on the side, to break up a little bit of that heaviness, we have the milky dairy lassi. Perfect. From here, I'm gonna make the ultimate bite, starting with a little fried egg, some camel patty with bone marrow. To balance out the flavors, a hit of lemon. Let's throw it back. For the price, that is unbeatable. But this is the cheap version of camel. What happens when you spend over $1,000 on a full baby camel experience? Well, we're gonna find out because enough time has finally gone by for us to unveil Unveil and reveal in one word. Because enough time has gone by for us to reveal the results of this fully cooked baby camel. Let's head back to that restaurant now and take a look. 4.5 hours have passed since we put the camel into the oven. Now it's time to move on to the next step. My guy, let's do it. So we are unlatching the oven and revealing. It looks like the camel has kind of collapsed on itself. All of that cooking and braising has really like turned it into a giant pile of meat. So from here, he's pulling out all the parchment paper and all of the tin foil. Right now, he's pulling off a chunk of meat and he's handing me, ooh, a piece of meat, thank you. Take a look at that. A nice chunk of camel meat, the veal of camel. Oh, that's good. It tastes like roast beef from a crock pot. Right now, the next step is to move the camel. Whoa, I can see some ribs poking through. They're bringing it onto this table here. They're removing the parchment paper and revealing the final product. It looks wild. I've never seen anything like this. Let's take a little tour of the camel. First of all, this is the front. That's where the neck hole was. These are the front legs. That's like the elbow right here. The hump is still pristine. Like, it is still perfectly shaped. I cannot wait to cut into that later. Right here, my man, the owner here, he's just pulled off a piece of camel meat. Please, try it, Habibi. He likes it. The tour continues. Right here, the ribs have been exposed. The loin of the camel, it looks delicate and juicy. Right here, the back legs, the butt, the tail. This thing is massive.
Next step, plating, or should I say, plattering. Start by filling a gigantic platter with a base of biryani rice. Now for the most challenging step, transferring the camel onto the platter.
It's just like moving a fat person from one stretcher to a hospital bed. It's just like that.
By this point, the meat is incredibly tender, meaning there's a real risk of it falling apart as we lift it. Might I remind you, this camel is worth $1,000, and we did not prepare any backups.
1, 2, 3. Oh, perfect execution. It is landed safely and soundly on that rice.
For the final touch, some garnishes, tomatoes, bell peppers, red onions, fried onions, and finally some cashews and raisins.
This is a royal feast indeed. Now that the camel is finished, it's time to take it to the dining room, but there is still plenty that can go wrong, including dropping it, which we're not gonna do. Careful, we got about 100 meters to go until we're home free. Come on guys, keep it up. You're doing great. Just a little further, guys. Oh, there's obstacles. There's stuff in the way. These two tables here. And there you have it, the final product. My guy, good work. Good work. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you. Kiani, this is the moment I've been waiting for since my plane touchdown here in Dubai. An entire baby camel sitting before us. When they took it out, is this what you thought it would look like?
To be honest, no, but it looks absolutely beautiful.
I love the way that the meat has just kind of softened up so much. It's like someone told the camel to take a load off and it took it quite literally. It's like, very comfortable. This whole camel right here, $1,800. It makes sense. It's an entire animal. It's over 120 pounds of meat, and it's something that takes a lot of time to prepare.
Especially this doesn't come directly in Dubai. It has to come from outside of Dubai where the farm is. That's the reason it's very expensive.
I think we should build up to this right here. This is the camel hump. This is the most prized part of the camel. The skin on the outside is coarse and almost crispy. This part right here is more fatty. Oh my gosh, you can kind of peel back that layer and you can see it's like camel butter. More on that later. We've got a big hind leg back here.
Yeah.
And we've got a big knife right here. Could I see that? Careful. Oh gosh. I don't think you necessarily even need a knife. Let me try to do this manually. We've got basically a whole quadricep back here. I'm gonna stick my fingers into it. I mean, look at this. I can just peel the meat away. My friend, I swear I washed my hands. Let me grab some too. You ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go for it. Camel's amazing. They're beefy without being gamey.
I'm chewing. You can talk.
For me, I'd say my hierarchy of red meat animals, it would go horse is my favorite, and then I think baby camel, and then I think beef after that. The only way to know for sure is if I can try some camel ribs.
Ooh.
You can see the color from the marination they originally put on there, and it has a little bit different texture. I would say it's more fatty.
Juicier, more oily.
Super oily. It looks like I dipped my hands in baby oil at a P. Diddy party. It's good. It's a little bit more chewy than a beef rib. I gotta say, we should keep cows around after all. In the front here, you can see we've got the biryani, we've got fried onions, and we have these nuts right here. The move is to take some delicious morsels of meat, put it on top of that biryani, mix it all together. Right here, we have what I call a Middle Eastern pico de gallo. It's so much flavor all at one time. It makes a difference not just having that rich meat, but having some nice carbohydrate biryani underneath. There's crunchy nuts, and then this sauce, it's refreshing. It's an incredible combination.
Yeah. The shoulder here is actually a lot of juice because it's very close to this fat here. All the juice comes inside the shoulder. So if you see here, there is a juice coming out. Let me give you this.
Oh, this is incredibly soft. Now, I've got one more sauce here.
This is yogurt, chili, and parsley.
Cheers.
Careful, spicy. Juicier. Tender.
Every part of the body has a little bit different texture, a different fat ratio, and like fat distribution. That said, there is one thing very unique about the camel, and that is the camel hump. This is a pretty big hump, especially for a baby. Oh, I can hear the crispy hump skin. This is the very top of the hump. All right, time to reveal what it looks like inside. Come take a look at this. Ooh, that is the pure hump fat on the inside. It's really weird.
Do you want to have a bite from this corner?
Yes.
Crispy?
I'm gonna give us both a piece of this. We have some crispy skin on one side and then that fatty camel hump on the inside. There you go.
Thank you, my friend. Come on, that tastes are amazing.
Salty, crispy, oily. It just melts in your mouth. This is only an experience you can have if you cook the camel this way. This is Dubai chicharron.
Do you think this is cheap or expensive?
Oh, that's a good question. Of course, $1,800 is expensive, but it's a lot of food.
A lot of food.
If you put this in your fridge, you'd be eating it for a month or two. So it is still on the expensive side, that's for sure. Yeah. So right now I have a tough decision to make. Today I had two different camel dishes. One that was very affordable and one that was slightly more expensive. So what I'm gonna do from here is step outside and tell the audience which one I think gave me the most bang for my buck. In the end, I can only choose one that gave me the most bang for my buck, and that one would be the very expensive baby camel. Is it affordable? No. But next time, what I would do is get me and 17 of my closest friends to all pay $100. The only thing I have to do between now and then is make some friends.
I'm the first.
Thank you. For you, which one gave you the most bang for your buck? The cheap camel or the whole baby camel?
Whole baby camel, I say. Lot of flavor, unique dish, and that's really good.
I think so too. So there you have it, folks. It has been decided. Next time you come to Dubai, you could also eat a whole baby camel. Listen, they're making new ones every day. It's not a big problem. Before we go, I want to say a huge thank you to this man right here, Kiani. You can find Kiani at Feed Kiani on YouTube. Not only is he a food expert of Dubai, but he's making fun food videos around the world that you can also go see. I recommend you do. He's been instrumental, a crucial part of me making this series happen, especially this video happen in Dubai. So it would mean a lot to me if you could go to his channel and give him a follow. Otherwise, that is it for this video. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Peace. Can I tell you something? This desert you brought me to, I don't think this is a real desert. I see a highway here. There's like a strip mall over there. This desert sucks.
Yeah.
You agree?